This is Legacy Matthew Priest from BCWA, and you are listening to the FTW Podcast.
Harrison and Rob, Kevin and Joe, talking about the wrestlers that you know. FTW Podcast, FTW Podcast, FTW Podcast.
Here we go.
This is gonna kill me.
I just you like straight like jacked my intro, and I'm
Fine,
like,
you can check mine. Yeah. All right, everybody, welcome to the FTW Podcast, the wrestling world in all its laughable glory. I am Harrison. With me, as always, is Joe. Say hello, Joe.
What is up?
Rob. Say hello, Rob.
hey,
Kevin. Say hello, Kevin.
sup?
And tonight, back from the grave, Conor.
What's going on, everybody?
Tonight's show is episode number 92 and was recorded on December 13th, 2011. And before we get started with the show, Joe Garvin and I were actually invited onto the Talk Wrestling Radio Network on Sunday to do a live show. And if you missed it, don't worry, so did half of us. We did a pre-show and kind of teased about Final Resolution, gave our thoughts on it. It was a ton of fun. I want to thank everybody who was in the live chat, hanging out with us, joined us on Twitter. Unfortunately, we couldn't do call-ins then, and we just, technical difficulties and everything. And it was our first time, so like virgins, we fumbled around and just wished for it to be over. So more about it's Talk Wrestling Radio Network. It's twrnetwork.com. Check it out. They have a forum and everything. Really great group of guys. We are going to be on again sometime in the future, so watch our Facebook and Twitter accounts for more info. So with that, let's just dive right into Impact. Rob, what was your absolute favorite thing about Impact leading into Resolution?
If I had to pick a favorite thing, I'd say probably the Mickie James beating Madison Rayne. That was a decent match, and it was good to see the brawl with Crimson and Matt Morgan. I'm not going to add in Devon and the Pope to that because they didn't add much to it, but it set up the match for the pay-per-view, so I guess it got done what it needed to do.
Okay. What about, now this is something that, Joe and I talked about this on Sunday, and a bunch of people also discussed this. The AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Jarrett Rude match. Did you think that basically spoiled Final Resolution for you?
Yeah, I mean, it really did. That match was completely unneeded in the first place. It didn't really accomplish anything other than, as you said, it kind of it kind of acted as a spoiler alert for what was going to happen at Final Res.
Yeah, I mean, not so much we thought it would be with the Heavyweight Championship match, but it was actually with the Steel Cage match. It's kind of old school how to have, two different matches, two different singles matches, put them in a tag team match the night before, just kind of give the crowd a taste. It's so, I don't want to say 1980s, but that's kind of how it feels to me. One last thing before we move on, because I really want to talk about Final Resolution. Before we move on, Abyss beating Samoa Joe. This is something that Joe and I talked about with everybody on Talk Wrestling Radio. It seems like Samoa Joe just cannot get a leg up. Seems like he's always being buried by TNA Creative.
I don't know what the hell Samoa Joe did to piss off TNA management, but they've been burying him for months now. They showed a glimpse of maybe letting him see a little bit of daylight when he went on this whole "I'm going to injure everybody in the Bound for Glory series tournament," and then they went right back to nope, we're going to piss on him some more.
Yeah,
I think it's been like a full year, maybe a few little weeks before that Joe's actually got a victory, at least any credible victory anyway. But you're right, they completely kind of dropped the ball, and I don't know, they could have turned any of his frustration, any of his losing streak into a major push, especially with his in-ring ability, and they're just completely not doing anything with him.
You're dead on, Connor. They could do something similar to Samoa Joe, like what WWE is doing with Mark Henry. I mean, what is the WWE doing with Mark Henry than saying, here's our version of Samoa Joe, and here's what we would do if we had Samoa Joe?
Well, it would totally work for him regardless. The guy is... Joe's going to kill you.
Yeah.
That's
we worked out on it.
Yeah, I mean, he would make him into a wrecking machine, make him unstoppable, and they just won't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just jump into Final Resolution. Okay, Rob, it seemed like all the... I don't want to say feedback, but all of our friends of the show and everything said that really they were not going into this expecting much, but it turned out everybody seemed to be, let's just say, pleasantly surprised. I mean, did you share that sentiment watching the show?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a solid pay-per-view, I thought. The matches that I saw were pretty good. I mean, even Robbie E., Eric Young, put on a surprisingly good match. I mean,
Despite
it was...
Despite the beard, fuck you.
Dude, I mean, even though Eric Young lost the match, he picks up Robbie E. and Rob Terry, for like going for a Death Valley driver, puts them both on his shoulders. I mean, that was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, that was impressive. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was pretty. Okay, that was pretty sweet. I mean, just with the beard weighing him down and everything.
Could this be the turnaround point for Eric Young, and maybe he'll get a push, a major good push, not the hey, we're gonna stick him with not the Santino role.
You don't like him walking around with the rule book?
I really hope so. Eric Young, despite no matter what TNA has done with him, Eric Young has always been one of the more popular wrestlers that TNA has, and I'd like to see him get a little bit of a push.
That is interesting you say that, Rob. You're absolutely right. For some reason, he just seems to be consistently popular.
Do you think that if they got him out of the TV title and maybe back into... He was X Division champion at one time, I think. Do you think if they got him back into like more... I don't want to call the TV title a mockery championship, but based on the way it's been lately, do you think if they got Young out of that genre, that he might have a better chance of reaching a little bit more height and popularity?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would definitely remove him from the TV title situation and put him in. I mean, I think he and Austin Aries could have some awesome matches in the X Division. And, then based on how that goes, you can consider where to put Eric Young from there. But I would definitely give him a shot in the X Division from right now.
Okay. RVD. Joe and I talked about it before the show. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of him. The guy, yeah, huge pop, crowd loves him, but still, I mean, he's got to be running out of decent matches.
I was disappointed with his match against Daniels at the pay-per-view, to be honest, and you could tell it was Van Dam too.
Yeah.
He just seemed to be winded the entire time.
Yeah, you could.
I'm one of the biggest Rob Van Dam fans out there, and as I watched, it was clear to me that Daniels carried him in that match. I mean, it was still a solid match, but I give credit to Daniels more than I do to RVD for that.
I was expecting like a. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, you're totally right, Connor. There were times where you could tell RVD was just winded. I mean, he got up and just didn't have anything in him.
Well, I hadn't seen the other two. They fought twice before, and I hadn't seen the other two matches. So I'm basing it off of only just this one match. But you hear Van Dam versus Daniels, you're expecting a technically sound, a little fast-paced match, and to me, it was just like it wasn't. It didn't have that pickup speed to it for whatever reason that I was expecting from them.
He's old. That's why.
Well, that too.
Too much of the Reefa.
Exactly.
Well, that too.
Okay, so two things before I move on. Gail Kim Gail Kim still knockout champion over Mickie James. I mean, we all predicted it. We all knew it was going in. But I gotta say, I'm still kind of... I don't know, maybe it's Gail Kim and TNA, but it's just like... Well, I'm sorry, no. Garvin picked Sherry Martel coming back from the grave to... Yeah, buddy, sorry you didn't win this one. Do you think Gail Kim is doing a good job being the Knockouts champion?
No.
Really? That was easy.
I was surprised by the match they put on. I mean, Mickie James and Gail Kim put on a hell of a match. she surprised me with the talent level that she displayed in that match, because I've always been critical of Gail Kim as thinking that when she went over to WWE, she got caught up in what WWE expects out of its divas, and thus her wrestling skills just kind of went off to the wayside, and she just, threw them in a garbage can and forgot about them. She found them. She found her wrestling skills and pulled them out for her match against Mickie James.
Were they rode hard and put away wet?
I think they. I think she'd be a much better knockouts champion. I like the heel mentality that they're trying from her. I think they need to get rid of the Karen Angle portion of it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much what everybody was saying, that they don't like Karen Angle being anywhere near the title. Okay, so before we move on, X Division match and the Heavyweight Championship. Austin Aries still holding the belt, still spectacular in the ring.
Yeah, Austin Aries was just fucking amazing in that match.
Yeah.
And Kid Cash. I mean, we rip on the older superstars a lot, but Kid Cash really put on a solid performance too.
Woo woo.
Okay, and 30-minute Iron Man match. Joe said AJ was done, that he didn't have it. I said that I thought this was gonna be match of the night, and went to a draw, which I'm not a fan of. Rob, your opinion? AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode, 30-minute Iron Man match for the title. Main event of Final Resolution. Did it deliver?
There should have been an ending.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Harrison. I'm not a big fan of the draw, especially if your pay-per-view's name is Final Resolution.
Point set match, Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you. And there were a couple. I forget which fall it was, but one of the falls that Rude got in the typical heel fashion, stealing it, the crowd starts chanting bullshit. That's never a good sign.
You don't want to end the show with that.
Right. When you get the crowd pissed off and they're not rooting for the face anymore, they're bitching and moaning about how you're running the match. That's a bad idea.
Rob, let me ask you this: if they would have done what they did, match ends in a draw. If they decided to extend it but did it off of the pay-per-view, do you think that would have added intrigue, or do you think people buying the pay-per-view just would have been outraged and asked for their money back?
I think people who bought the pay-per-view would be pissed off if they did something like that. I mean, this is a big time match. But at the same point in time, when as soon as Jeff Hardy wins, something bad is going to happen in the Iron Man match. Because if AJ Styles beats Bobby Roode in a 30-minute Iron Man match, how the fuck does Jeff Hardy claim he's the number one contender?
Yeah. No, that's a really good point.
I mean, so as soon as Jeff Hardy wins there, things are not going to go well for Styles.
You knew that there would have been a big disturbance in the force if Jarrett would have won, just because he sucks.
You absolutely cannot extend the match to give it away for free. You can't give away your main event. WCW did that when they cut off the Sting DDP match.
Yes.
And everyone was absolutely beyond furious. They should have been. If you're paying $40 for a pay-per-view, you get the fucking main event.
But the thing is, the crowd was chanting for 5 more minutes. TNA had that 5 minutes in the span, in their normal 3-hour span. They could have extended the match. Sting could have come out and said, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to draw. Let's have these guys keep going."
I understand, but you can't give it away for free, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. There's no way in hell you can extend it, and then you can extend the match and not show it to people who bought the pay-per-view.
Right. Last thing before we move on. Tag team title match, Matt Morgan and Crimson versus Pope and Devon. This was the only thing that we got wrong because we split down the middle on what would happen in this match. Matt Morgan and Crimson won, according to Rob and Kevin's delight. where do you see this, real quick, where do you see this going? Do you see precursors of beer money with this? These two are going to fracture and then go at it? I mean...
Well, yeah, eventually, but, I mean, the really big thing to come out of it is that Kevin's one more point on you in the pay-per-view standings.
Damn right! You played the fucking pre-event! You are going down!
Yeah, I guess that's kind of a big deal. Kevin and Rob won.
Buddy.
Aside from our own personal competition, I don't know. Matt Morgan and Crimson looked really good as a tag team last night. I'd like to see them together, stick around as a tag team for a little bit. They could be a really dominant tag team, and I hope TNA keeps pushing them a little bit.
Okay.
You know what this does remind me of? It's when MVP and Matt Hardy were feuding, and they got put together in a tag team, and they won the tag team titles, and they just left them. They both became faces.
Yeah.
I mean, Hardy was that way, but, you know, they both became faces, and that's exactly what it reminds me of if these guys are going to be that good.
Yeah.
They're not going to split them up. I mean, I know the original idea was, you know, you'll stick them together, and
yeah, but if
eventually they're going to split up. And
yeah, but if this is looking that good, why bother?
I think
Exactly.
I think TNA doesn't even. I'm not trying to be insulting to them, but I think TNA doesn't know what to do with their tag team division right now. I think Morgan and Crimson was kind of a let's just see how this works. And I agree with Rob. I think they were amazing at the pay-per-view, but I think right now they're just kind of okay. What now? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think you're onto something with that, Connor. I mean, with Motor City Machine Guns being out to injury, since they split up beer money, TNA does seem to be struggling as to build up their tag team division.
Let's give them credit there. They split up arguably the best tag team in the world, and arguably the best tag team in the world is now injured. So let's at least give them a little bit of credit. You know, there's not a whole lot you can go but down from there.
Yeah, Kevin's got a good point. It's a rebuilding season. All right, let's wait till after the draft to find out what's going on. Maybe they can get a good offensive line. And so Thursday was a bad day for me. Goddamn Steelers. All right, so yeah, like we talked about, Kevin and Rob predicted more than anybody else, so they each won. So now Kevin is no longer tied. He is now the #1 loser. Good job, buddy. Good job. Congratulations
Kevin,
on your second place.
bring him down, baby. Bring him down.
I don't think so, because now I don't have to play both of you. I just got to play him.
Yeah, and then I will take another point up, and then you got to try and play us both again, bitch.
Hey, whatever.
You are going down.
As long as I'm 1 point ahead of one of you.
So what are the standings so far?
I'm in the lead with 8 correct pay-per-views. Joe's got 6. Kevin's got 7. Well, it goes me at 8, Kevin at 7. Joe and Robert tied with 6. Garvin's still got 1, along with Scott, who's barely on the show.
How did Garvin not win with great picks like Macho Man in the Austin
and
area?
the Dude Busters, man.
Dude Busters.
I mean, Matt Hardy's rehab pills? Come on.
And who can forget the classic? He predicted that I was going to run in and interfere in the Robbie E television title match.
With TNA booking, Rob, you can't be surprised that actually was an option.
And you were not on the live pre-show that we did. So, like, there was a moment where, you know, you got to think, holy crap, maybe Rob did book a flight and he's in Orlando right now. All right, so time for SmackDown. Joe, your favorite moment of SmackDown. Go.
You know, I would like to say Zack Ryder beating Heath Slater, but, you know, that really wasn't it. Sorry, Harrison, to disappoint you in that one. No, Cody Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan. I liked it, and then they brought in Booker T, and that fucked it all up. There wasn't a whole lot in this show. I mean, Wade Barrett beating Ezekiel Jackson wasn't bad. I did not want to see Randy Orton beat Dolph Ziggler. I really didn't want to see it, but it's always great to see Ziggler in the ring. I think this show was very vanilla. They were trying to wrap up a whole bunch of stuff and try and get in line for, I think, this week's SmackDown. It was a lot of storyline push. Lillian Garcia came out.
Hey!
Hey!
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. I didn't like her when she was on Raw before. I hate the inflection she put on stuff. Like, she's not like, can go to the ring, you know, Wang, blah, blah, blah. From Brooklyn, New York, crime time! It's crime time! I don't know.
Chainsaw.
I thought the same thing.
Thank you. I don't like her introducing people. If you want to get somebody who's going to do something badly, at least pull Christy Hemme over from TNA because
Christy's not bad.
She's not that good either, but she's much better to look at.
Truth.
I'm going to argue with that, Joe. I think Christy Hemme does a pretty good job as ring announcer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that she was hotter than Lillian Garcia.
She's definitely hotter than Lillian Garcia.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but I still miss her in the ring, and I would love to be the recipient of the FFG.
I don't think there's any man in the world who would not like to be the recipient of that move, but still.
Anyway, like we were talking about with the wrestling thing before we decided to become 14 again.
Yes. Big Show versus Mark Henry, or talking in the ring with Mark Henry. That's pretty much the phrase for this show, and not in a good way. It was very stale, but at least they defined or set which match out of the entire TLC card will be a tables match. Orton versus Wade Barrett. Good for them. I was really hoping for Big Show Mark Henry to be a ladder match, but not going to happen.
So, not a terrible show.
Not a terrible show. Nothing to me outstanding. Although, since on Raw we had the entire the Zack Ryder wad blown, SmackDown came strong with the Cody Rhodes load. Cody Rhodes was all over the show.
And in a good way. And I got to be honest, I was down on Zack Ryder all over Raw because I thought it was overplayed. I was okay with Cody Rhodes all over SmackDown. The guy, he's got it. I really got to be honest. He is a phenomenal heel. He is.
And I love the fact that before you're like, really, Cody Rhodes? He's not a top heel. And we're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And now that you've come around, I love it.
Well, I love you too, buddy.
I actually am glad he just got rid of the stupid mask thing, because although it was a cool angle that they did, I just wanted them to get away from it so that he could really kind of break through, because I feel like that gimmick, while it was a great thing with Rey Mysterio of WrestleMania, fantastic storyline, fantastic match, I just felt like that was kind of holding him back from really breaking through, and now that he doesn't have any more, he can. I can see him as champ maybe in the next year or so, honestly.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it's tough when they have him fighting people like Booker fucking T.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm not saying like right away. I mean, give it a little more time to progress and everything and see where he goes. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, they gave Ziggler the belt for what, a week?
No, about a week and a half. I mean, it depends how, you know. The only thing I didn't like about the mask, I thought it was a good gimmick. I did not like the mask because every time he wrestled, all you heard about is, oh, he's using it as a weapon, and on about that. And it's like, just drop it, all right? It's a good gimmick. Let him run with it.
Well, what they should have done was had a match since the NBA was out of work. They could have got Rip Hamilton in, and it could have been Cody Rhodes versus Rip Hamilton, Battle of the Mask.
Oh.
All right. So apparently, you guys ready to move on to Raw?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
So apparently on Monday night there was some kind of award show or something of some significance. Anybody remember anything stand out about it at all? It seemed kind of a blah thing.
Ted fucking DiBiase, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Gain!
Raw this week, it's the Slammies. And none of us are big fans of the Slammies. We all know that. Despite that, I actually thought it was a good Raw. Now, there was a ton of segments and a lack of matches. You have to come to expect that to a point with the Slammies. So I just kind of rode with it. I'm going to ignore it for 1 week. But some of them, look, the four-way dance, Ziggler, Cody, Bryan, Ryder was outstanding.
I smiled from ear to ear when I heard about that match. I'm like, this is going to be amazing.
It was. And I'm not taking a shot at Ryder, but he needs a little bit more work before he's on the level with those guys. They were fantastic. And it's not a shot at Ryder. He did a good job, but Rhodes and Ziggler are just a cut above right now. But I have to say this is the best the WWE's mid-card has been in a long time. And I don't think anybody will debate that fact. I mean, it is really, really good right now. And maybe, they've held some guys back from the main event, and it's obviously showing. They are doing incredible work. We all are of the agreement that we think Dolph's going to get bumped up soon enough. But where it's at right now, the mid-card is fantastic. I mean, there were several things that I liked. Obviously, Kane at the end. I'm a big Kane fan. I loved the return.
That mask is pimp.
Yeah, I agree. Like almost like a Iron Man-esque thing, and then he had the regular mask underneath. My other question is...
That is a Rocketeer mask, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's something like that. It looked close to that. It looked like, that one Iron Man mask in Iron Man that Tony Stark made, like, in a cave by himself with that one...
Gotcha, right.
Afghanistan, with that one dude or whatever. But my other question is, did he spread, like, Miracle Grow over his head to grow hair that fast? I mean, the dude was bald, like, 3 months ago. Yes, I know, it's part of the mask. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, I love Kane being back. I'm sure he'll be part of the main event picture and maybe take the title off Henry. So I'm really excited about that. I thought it was really cool. Couple of things I did hate. They did a Slammy Award for the trending star of the year.
You knew it was coming.
Are you freaking kidding me?
At least all the awards, not counting the Divas one, were storyline driven. There was a reason for them. They weren't just completely useless to throw people out there.
A-lister of the year?
Worthless.
Yeah, that one too.
Worse than JR's rap?
Yep. Thank you, Connor.
He beat me to it, but I was going to talk about that, so... Continue with that, Conor. Go ahead.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't. Like, okay, I get it. They're doing the comedic thing with JR and Cole. I totally understand that. But then, do they really have to bash our heads in with this for the first 20 minutes? The only thing I was actually happy about, I'm like, okay, good. That crap's out of the way. Let's get to the rest of the crap.
Yeah, I never thought there could be anything worse than the dance-offs that I watched. Until they said JR was going to be in a wrap-off. And I'm like, okay, we're officially worse than the dance-off.
Yeah.
And then the JR Rooney just looked like a fish flopping out of water. And honestly...
I thought he actually had a heart attack. It was just bad.
Then he had a palsy in the middle of the move.
Although there... Wow. The one thing that I kind of liked but didn't like was the Divalicious moment of the year where they showed us Karma. Oh, man, like, I know you're trying to help us remember that Karma was around, but, man, it hurts so badly. Where is Karma? Oh, I miss you, Karma. I like your bling, your little wrestling ring, engagement ring.
Joe, just mute the mic so we can move on. And then you can just pine all you want in your solitude.
It's okay.
They need her back in the division.
It's true.
Yeah.
Have your kid and get back.
Yeah, I did love that too. Joe, great point. I did love that as well. The other thing that I hated, Snooki wins a frickin' award. Come on. Really? Hi, this is Snooki. I just did a bunch of coke off the award and got done with Robbie in the situation, Eiffel Towering me to be this video.
I saw the funniest tweet when I was on Twitter about that. It said, "Wow, I've never seen a Christmas tree decorated in gonorrhea."
That might be my one of. I might be changing my one of the week to that.
I think my favorite thing about that is Kevin talking about those two guys Eiffel Towering him, and the only people I know about is Snooki and the Eiffel Tower. I have no idea who the hell he's talking about. Who do you say, Robbie and who?
The situation.
Oh, is that the dude with the stomach or whatever that's always going on about?
He's like 40. He's like 40, isn't he?
Watch the show. I just know that that's the douchebags that are on the show.
God, I'm 50. Anyway,
you are not 50. You have self-worth. Difference.
So you're saying when I turn 50, I will have no self-worth. Thanks, Kevin.
Oh, no problem. We already knew that was the truth.
Oh, fuck you.
By the way, Snooki, Christmas tree, gonorrhea, and Eiffel Tower are all trending right now on Twitter. In case you guys are curious.
No, but seriously, I honestly thought it was a good episode. You're going to have a lack of matches when you have the Slammies. I knew that going in, so I just said sucked it up.
Okay.
overall, I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a good episode of Raw. I was pretty entertained.
Okay.
What I thought was.
Well, no. I was just gonna say. All we got to. Oh, go ahead, Joe, and then I'll go.
I'll say they did do all the bullshit slammies on the website.
Yeah.
And the one that pisses me off, I don't care about all of them, any of them, except for Superstar Transformation of the Year, Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's had this gimmick for over a year.
Yeah, he's had it forever.
He ditched this a long time ago. It's not Transformation of the Year if I look the same all year, it doesn't mean I transformed from something else this year. It means I look the same all fucking year.
I thought the stupidest one was I can't remember what the official title was like. It was like Double Take moment where they had like the two Sin cards. I really want to know
the Double Vision moment of the year.
I want to know who are the other nominees. I really want to know this.
Double Vision.
Yeah.
Well, last week when John Cena was dressed up like Zack Ryder.
Yeah, there you go.
Segment.
There's your
there you
other
go.
one.
There's one.
That shut me up.
That's the other one.
Oh, suck it, Trebek.
I really wish they would have done that and actually had them come out to with that double vision. That would have been awesome. All right, so here's the thing: we got to talk about the two big slammies, the Game Changer of the Year and Superstar of the Year. First up, Superstar CM Punk. Is that who you would pick to be the Superstar of the Year?
Yes, I did it in the last show.
Yeah, I called it. I'm a huge CM Punk mark, big time.
Yeah, same here. I completely concur with that.
All right, well, Kevin's off getting a beer, so I'll do it for him. Yeah, guys, I totally agree that it should be CM Punk as the Superstar of the Year. It's totally awesome. Harrison, you're great. You're great. You're really great.
Well, the thing that was strange about it was that was what we thought, as fans, and apparently the WWE agreed, which was strange. You would think that they would throw someone else in there that
Randy
would
Orton.
be better for their whatever. So, but it's
Santino Marella.
It's nice that they're embracing it finally.
Yeah.
Well, just look at what Punk's done in the last year. Actually, look just past about Money in the Bank up to this point.
He was on
Gotta
ESPN.
admit, he's been very popular.
He was on ESPN. The second he got on ESPN, it's like that dude's getting it. Hands down. Game-changing moment of the year, The Rock challenging John Cena to a match at WrestleMania a year in advance. I gotta be honest, I may get heat for this. I agree with that. A match, the main event, potentially the main event of WrestleMania, booked 1 year in advance. That's huge.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Harrison. I mean, and we talked about it when it happened about how huge this was, what this would require from WWE Creative to book and push a match for an entire year, and then structure all of their other storylines around that.
Yeah. Especially when, as now we're getting close to WrestleMania. All right, so let's, let's just move right on to TLC's coming up Sunday. Tables, Ladders, and Chairs is coming up this Sunday, and we're going to go through our predictions. First item on the docket is a tables match, Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett. Anybody really think Barrett's going to come out with a victory on this one?
Yes,
I do.
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, I don't see that they allow Randy Orton to lose.
No, I see it. Tables matches, if they're gonna have the heel go over, it's usually the tables match.
All right, so Joe's taking Barrett, Kevin's taking Barrett, I'm taking Orton. Rob, who you taking?
I'm gonna go with Barrett on this one.
Rob takes Barrett. IC Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Booker T. How about a spinner-rooney for all the homies out there? You think Booker T's going to be wearing gold again?
No.
Shit, no.
All right, so Joe, Kevin, Rob. I mean, we're all in agreement. Cody Rhodes is. Walking.
Connor, where are you at on these?
Yeah, he's gone. He can come back later.
No, I'm back.
Oh.
Trying to get rid of me? Jeez, I see how it is. I think, I'm agreeing. I don't think Booker's going to win the gold, and I'd probably go with Barrett too, because I think Orton's at this point trying to make stars. So I think it'd be a much better push if Barrett was able to win this one.
Okay. Sledgehammer ladder match, Triple H versus Kevin Nash. This is going to be interesting. I don't see it lasting longer than 30 seconds because it just... It's going to be...
It's a sledgehammer.
Whose knee's going out?
That's it. I mean, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be the first guy, when they climb the ladder, it's going to be like, crack, shit. And then we're all going to be sitting there, and we're all going to go... It's going to be like that time when you watch, in football, where the guy would cleaved the guy right in half, and you all went, "Oh!" That's exactly what we're gonna do this Sunday. It's just gonna be ugly to watch. I don't know. I take Triple H just because even if Kevin Nash wins, what are they gonna do with him on Monday?
I'm gonna take Nash.
Really?
I think they want this as build up. I'm gonna take Nash.
I'm taking Triple H.
I got to agree with Harrison on this one for the exact reason he said. It's what's going to happen next. Like, okay, they did this whole thing, and this is kind of the storyline to me that like the babyface would dominate on top at this one because Nash is done. They've teased this since SummerSlam. This would be the nice conclusion. I think it would be a nice little wrap up heading into the Rumble. But
yeah,
I'm taking Triple H, Harrison, not Nash.
No, you're taking Nash.
I am going to take Nash.
Whatever, Joe.
Because I see Brodus Clay doing a run-in, maybe grabbing the sledgehammer, laying them both out, and Nash is going to get the pin.
Look, I'm going to be honest. As I'm feeling
that way, you get Nash and Triple H to end it at the Rumble, and then Triple H can go on to Mania to somebody.
See, as we're doing this, all I'm seeing is just the silver medal fighting with the bronze medal, and I couldn't give two shits what you guys are picking, really. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, I am gonna lap you guys soon, so I don't care. U.S. Championship. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna pick Nash. I was gonna add it to the doc, but I can't access it for some reason. Anyways, yeah, Nash is gonna win because there's no way that they're gonna end this feud now. I mean, they've been dragging it out so long already. Why would they just drop it now?
Because they've been dragging it out.
The match and the feud could still carry on.
I see Nash winning.
Nope.
I don't see him climbing the ladder, but I see him winning the match.
I see Triple H winning, but it doesn't mean the feud's going to end. But anyway, U.S. Championship match, Ziggler versus Zack Ryder. Who's going to win this one?
Ryder.
Kevin's taking Ryder.
Woo, woo, woo. Zack Ryder.
Joe, Rob, Connor?
Yeah, I think I'm taking Ryder on this one. Ziggler's long past the point where they really need to start doing something with him if they're going to make a legitimate superstar out of him. And step one of that is taking the U.S. Championship off of him so he can move up.
Connor?
100% agree with Rob, all the way with Ryder for the exact same reasons.
Yeah, they got to get the belt off of him. All right. This could potentially be match of the night or disaster of the night. The World Heavyweight Championship chairs match. Mark Henry versus Big Show. 2 matches ago was awesome. Last match, not so much. So, do you see them basically walking out and saying, we're leaving it all in the ring?
I hope so.
One would hope, but I don't know. After that last match, I'm very down on these guys, but I think Big Show's going to win.
Okay, so Joe's taking Big Show. So you think this will be it? Okay.
I will take Mark Henry.
Rob's taking Mark Henry.
I'm going to take Henry as well, but barely.
All right, you're going to take Henry. Kevin. Connor?
I'm going to go with Henry, but I'm going to go on a stretch here and possibly say that I might think that Daniel Bryan might cash in that night.
Ooh, that's a really good point.
Yeah,
Daniel Bryan's not anywhere on this card so far.
And people kind of forgot about him after the cage match, his injured ribs. I mean, never know.
Good point. Okay, so in realm of the match, Mark Henry wins, but you know what, Connor? I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put Connor, DB cashes. That's a really good point, Con. Man, I'm glad we got you on the show. All right, WWE Championship Triple Threat TLC match, also known as CM Punk versus The Miz, with a minor appearance by Alberto Del Rio. Face it, ADR's not walking out of this with any kind of push. The title's going to hang above the ring, presumably by a rope. They didn't really specify. Who's going to win?
Punk.
Yeah, I'm taking CM Punk all the way here.
ADR seems pretty unhappy about the lack of a push too. Lately, he seems to be phoning it in when he's walking down to the ring.
Yeah,
I'm going with the Miz, and I'll tell you why.
That should be good.
Miz is beating his former partners. Miz is going to grab the title, and he's going to get challenged by Jericho.
Wow.
So, Joe, you really got to get that gas leak fixed, buddy. Because right now you sound... I could have sworn you just said that Jericho was going to come back and Miz was going to beat him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to repeat this just so everybody knows that this happened.
Well, no, Jericho
is going to come back to lose to The Miz.
No, Jericho's going to come back and beat The Miz. Miz's storyline here. He wants to fight. He's already eliminated Jomo. He's already eliminated R-Truth. Who else have been his former partners? Jericho is a big one. So he's going to feud with Jericho after Jericho comes back January 2nd, and then that's going to end up leading up to Jericho versus Punk at WrestleMania.
I thought that Jericho and Miz literally only teamed for a month.
No,
they had about 3 months.
Yeah, it was like a 3-month run, but it was a solid 3-month run, and they did really well. I mean, it wasn't like
Well, I knew
that's where Jericho passed
but I didn't know if they go any farther than that.
Jericho passed on the gimmick at that point too. Really.
Oh.
And it was really a big push for Miz too at the time.
Yeah.
So, okay, so.
I'm the king of batshit crazy, okay?
You damn sure are. All right, so Joe is taking The Miz on the stipulation that not only Jericho's coming back to the second, but he's going to lose to The Miz. Okay.
Hey, if you guys think I'm still batshit crazy, go back to my article about Zack Ryder and why he would be getting a push and why he's eventually going to hold the world title.
And there's a shooter on the grassy knoll. Yeah, we got it, buddy. All right, so Connor, who are you taking?
I'm going with Punk. Why stop the popularity of Punk at this point? And... well, just because there's a rumor about his future at WrestleMania and him in the title, so I'm going to stick with Punk.
Okay. All right, so... wow. Okay, all right. So now we're going to move on to... okay, well, what do you guys think about the show? Do you think it's going to be a good show?
Has the potential to be, we'll see.
Yeah, I think the Intercontinental title... well, no, I take that back. The Intercontinental match is going to suck. The mid card's really going to show off here. Like the U.S. title. I'm sure we'll get a Divas match, which will bomb. Maybe Cody Rhodes versus Booker T will work out because, Booker T did try and train people at Tough Enough. Maybe he's got some ring work back. I don't know.
Okay, Garvin just popped in the chat with a really good point. Cena, he's completely out. He's not on the card. And Kane's back. So it puts some interesting things out there as far as what could happen at TLC. So it'll be an interesting show to watch as far as
that could be an interesting match.
Cena versus Kane?
Cena versus Kane, just thrown in there?
I don't know. I think I think a pay-per-view without Cena, especially with him kind of acting like the fans are getting to him or whatever, I think that'd be a smart thing to do. Would just be like, let's just take Cena, get him out of the limelight, and I can tell that WWE's kind of dipping their toe in the water of let's see how edgy we can make Cena. So, yeah, let's get him out of the paper. I can really see Cena not being at this pay-per-view. All right, so you guys ready for some quick hits?
Quick hits.
Do it up.
All right, everybody, it's time for quick hits. For those of you guys new to the show, each one of us is going to get 30 seconds to sum up on a news topic, and if there's time afterwards, we'll scream at each other for a little bit. Item number 1. The Wrestling Observer reports that Triple H versus The Undertaker is booked as one of the matches at WrestleMania 28 in Miami. They've also noted that officials have Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. Yeah, right. For the WWE title, also penciled in. Add The Rock versus John Cena, and you have 3 main events for Miami. Which of these 3 do you want to see the most, if they even could possibly happen? Joe.
I'm gonna go with Jericho Punk. Only because we've known about Rock and Cena, It'll be. I don't know if Rock will be able to bring it, and I don't want to see Triple H versus Undertaker again.
Okay.
They've done it. They've had that match twice before.
Yeah. Kevin.
I'm going to echo the sentiments of Joe for almost the exact same reason. Jericho Punk, I think, would be an amazing match if Jericho was in ring shape, particularly to have maybe as the main event of WrestleMania. Rock, Cena. And yeah, I really don't want to see Punk and Taker again. I'm completely with Joe for the exact same reasons.
Okay, Rob.
Yeah, same here. Jericho versus Punk would be an awesome match to see. Triple H and Undertaker, they've done the match before. It's gonna suck if they try to do it again. And Rock versus Cena is, I don't know, intriguing, but I don't think it's gonna pan out to people's expectations.
Okay, Connor.
Might as well give in to peer pressure. I'm going to go with the exact same match, Punk and Jericho. Main reason, too, not just because of the other reasons mentioned, is that because with Triple H and Taker, yeah, we've seen it twice before, but we don't even know what Taker's condition's like, too. I mean, if he comes back in time for Mania, okay, but we're not even sure, like, if he's going to be 100%. Do you know if he's going to give the same matches or anything like that? And Rock Cena, just it's more of a popularity thing than more of a technical in-ring match that Jericho and Punk could deliver.
Okay. I gotta agree with you guys, Jericho versus Punk, because I want to see what it would look like when dogs and cats rain from the skies and Jericho returns to the WWE. That's been the phantom ever since he left. Oh, Jericho's coming back. Hey, did you see that video? Jericho's coming back. I know. The match I want to see for WrestleMania is Kane versus Taker.
That wasn't one of your choices.
I want that. I'm the
Yeah,
host.
so do I.
Fuck you. Fine.
But given the three matches.
Edit the doc. Kane versus The Undertaker.
All right, Harrison just phones it in.
There. Done. Kane versus Taker. Then I'm number 2. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You're good.
Fine. Batista was a guest on the Chad Dukes Wrestling Show and says that John Cena killed hardcore and edgy pro wrestling in the face with a screwdriver. Quote, I think, they did the whole PG direction thing, and I think it works for Cena. Little kids love him. He's a great character. He's somebody you can look up to. Girls love him. Guy-looking guy. Says all the right things. Does all the right things. The hardcore fans can't stand him. He's Mr. Hokey, Mr. PG. To me, he killed hardcore and edgy wrestling. Did John really do what Dave said he did? Go, Joe.
I don't think so. I mean, I think the WWE kind of pushed that way, but I don't think it was, it's Cena that killed hardcore wrestling. Cena killed edgy wrestling? No, fuck you. You're just pissed because you couldn't get an acting job.
Kevin?
Absolutely not. I remember matches where Cena bladed, Cena's taken tables, stuff like that. No way. The PG era was brought upon because of Chris Benoit and continued because of...
we can't say his name. He who shall not be named.
Chris Voldemort Benoit.
Yeah, dude, you can't say it, dude.
Do you want me to redo the segment?
No, I'm just saying. Look, I don't want WWE to come down here and shoot me. So
Okay. Well, let me redo the segment then. Can I go 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
You totally interrupted me. I'm trying to flow here.
Kevin, it's a bit.
You're like,
yeah, dude, totally a bit.
We're having a joke. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna have a thing when I'm gonna have a sign. I'm gonna hold it up and it's gonna say "joke" on it. And when I'm doing that, it means it's a bit. It's okay, buddy. Anyway, you were saying.
Here we go.
It's gonna kill me.
Okay. Here we go. Let me do it again. All right.
Dude, this is... give him another 30 seconds. Fuck it.
I'm so glad we do this every week.
No, we're not!
No, buddy, look. No, seriously, whatever you want to say. No, go ahead. No, you do have a really good point. Go on. Kevin. No, seriously, I'm not gonna jack you off or whatever. Just knock yourself out.
Absolutely.
You can talk at any point, Kevin.
I'm trying!
You have the floor.
You don't have to count it down. Just take it 30 seconds again.
I'm not editing any of this. Just go.
No.
Joe, this is why you have to edit.
Nope.
No. I was going to leave it too, so fuck you.
I have the power! Go, Kevin. Oh, are you pouting? Oh, just go ahead and pout.
Rob, get him some Crown Royal and tell him to shut the fuck up.
Now you have me laughing too much.
So yeah, Benoit, I'm sorry, he who will not be named ruined. Oh, he ruined the show. He did.
All right, Rob.
Rob, go.
Just cut my quick hit. Fuck it. All right.
Nope.
No, I think Batista is full of shit here. He's a shitty wrestler. He's pissed off that he's not a wrestler anymore. I think Kevin was right on the mark. A certain Canadian wrestler.
Yeah, that's okay.
Was really the death of the hardcore, edgy, kind of like attitude era. It's not John Cena. John Cena has been in these tough, hardcore, edgy type matches. The I Won't Quit matches, right there.
Mhm.
So.
Okay, Conor, go.
Yeah, I'd have to agree because like Joe was saying and Kevin earlier, he's done like hardcore stuff in the past before a certain superstar no longer was here, and his really hasn't changed much. So except for no blading and no PG-13 things. So I have to agree that I think it's full of crap.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, Batista. John Cena did not kill hardcore wrestling. I killed hardcore wrestling, much like I killed Kevin's point. It was a preemptive strike, and...
Wow.
This is why I love Tuesday nights. Yeah, dude, you can't blame the entire momentum of an industry on one guy. Well, you can. It's Vince McMahon. It's not John Cena. Sorry, buddy. I know both of you came up at the same time, and you got the bigger... he's the face of WWE, and you're not, and... Yeah, anyway, time to move on to the Indies. Everybody ready for the Indies?
Let's do it.
Indeed. Huh?
Nice.
Yes.
Tons.
Move on, Funaki.
I just heard a cricket chirp.
Really? Because it sounds like you're at a daycare. All right, even though nothing has been made official about the Legends House, two promos that WWE has been pushing suggesting that both, and I swear I read this and I got so happy, both Mean Gene Okerlund and the Iron Sheik will be on this show.
Oh, yes.
Please. Yes.
Please make this happen.
Because Mean Gene will be so even and so calm as much as he can, and then he will just lose his goddamn mind. He'll be throwing furniture. He'll be it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. God, tell me you guys are looking.
And it will start off like that classic pay-per-view moment where here Mean Gene, fuck it.
Yeah, we're just stuff's crashing. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. All right, Road Dogg, Jesse James, Lita, Rey Mysterio, and Tony Atlas made surprise appearances on Raw. Road Dogg even trended, I believe, for those of you who follow. Lita and Tony Atlas look to be one-time deals, while the Road Dogg appears to have been hired as an agent. It should be pretty interesting to. Kev, what do you think? You're a huge Road Dogg mark. You lost it, obviously, but do you think it's a good thing he's coming back?
Loved hearing him go with the promo again. It was awesome.
All right, former WWE Women's Champion Chyna. Okay, here's the thing. Chyna is listed as a Los Angeles porn star escort on the website mypornstarprovider.com. The website says to contact them for rates. Basically, what you can do is you can go to this site, find porn stars in your area, and use them for escorts. How does this relate to the show, you ask? If you happen to go to Kickstarter, Joe, you'll find out we have a fund set up to try and get Joe a date with Chyna.
Oh, fuck you!
Yes.
Really? Because I figure she'll probably be busy with Mean Gene Okerlund in the Legends House.
Joe, Merry Christmas. Garvin and I set this up earlier today. Right now it's going and I gotta be 100% honest. I don't think they're gonna go for it, but if they do, oh my god. Think about it, Joe. You could be spending a fun-filled evening in Los Angeles with former WWE Women's Champion and adult film star Chyna.
Where's that drop call button?
And just think of the interview that we can get.
Yeah, I know!
Yeah, I mean...
So, Chyna, what's it like to have a dick?
That's actually how I had to book it, because I'm pretty sure this will be fucking hilarious. It was not a good enough reason for Kickstarter, so I put it down as for an interview. Merry Christmas, buddy, and happy birthday.
This is disgusting.
This is going to be awesome. I hope it works. I really hope it works. I hope it gets accepted. If it gets accepted, that'll make my year. Okay, I don't care if it never happens or we don't make a single dime. The fact that Kickstarter's like, all right, that works. How awesome would that be? And then we can get you a shirt that says, I was with one night with Chyna. Oh, Joe, buck up. Gossip time. Hogan and his ex-wife continue to make headlines, even though they are now divorced, apparently. In Linda's new book, she accuses Hogan of a handful of things, such as being overly aggressive towards her, even attacking her, and choking her at times, and having gay sex with Ed Leslie, better known as Brutus the Barber. And I will let that image sink in.
Oh.
Welcome
I bet he's wearing the fishnets again.
Welcome back, and if you go to our website, you can find the suicide hotline. Leslie is suing her for the claims, and Hulk is also suing her over all of her apparently false claims. It's exactly the kind of thing that makes sense why TNA would not have Hogan on camera right now. Brodus Clay posted a fan-made "Where is Brodus Clay missing" poster on his Twitter last night. No word yet if WWE still plans to bring him back anytime soon, although a few weeks back he wrote that he was being held back like a seatbelt, yo. So, I mean, it's interesting because it had all those video packages and then nothing. I mean, not even new ones that have a new date on them. Nothing. We posted from the Bleacher Report an interesting thought that Joe thinks it's going to be Jericho behind the 2-2-12 videos. Obviously, it's not Kane like I thought it was going to be. I'm going to bet on black and say it's going to be Taker. But a lot of people, someone posted that it could be Shane behind the January 2nd 12, the 1-2-12 videos. There. Zahir, a friend of ours on Facebook, said that would be pretty cool. He could take over WWE since Vince is no longer running the company and be pretty epic, but it seems likely that's going to be Jericho. Poster boy Ryan, another friend of the show, said, I don't think they'll do another huge return for Jericho considering he bailed last time, which is kind of true.
Yeah.
You did bail, so... really? Okay, all joking aside, I'm not going to go at you about this, Joe. You really think it's going to be Jericho?
Well, if that rumor's true, it could be. I don't know. I mean, all signs point to Undertaker, and that's what I initially thought. But I would love for them to do something that isn't Taker for that.
Yeah, I can see your point. I mean, doing the whole video
just so it's not pigeonholed. It's semi-spooky. It's going to be Taker.
Well, that's the thing, though. It wasn't really spooky. It was just disconcerting. So maybe it could be Jericho. I don't know.
I hope it's Karma.
Usually,
Ooh.
Me too. That would be great. That would be amazing. Usually, though, Taker's return vignettes or whatever he does, at least the last ones anyway, you kind of somewhat knew. There was some underlying theme with, what was the last one? It was, February. It was a return right before WrestleMania, and then, you saw, the black boots, and you heard,
Yeah.
It was kind of... Yeah, right. At that point, it was
the Shaq from Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I got to give WWE credit, though, that making these cryptic ones. And the last big cryptic one was, I think, Jericho's Code one, right? I mean, before.
Yeah.
So, you never know.
Save us, Jericho. Or no, save us, Y2J.
Yep.
No, it'd be pretty interesting. Governor brings up a good point. What if it was actually somebody new that we haven't seen, like Skip Sheffield? Sorry, I couldn't even get that out of the way. Do you want me to?
You laugh, but the thing is that he went out injured before he really got big into the company, and they just trademarked his other character's name, Ryback, which is like this Terminator type character.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
And they were talking.
Wasn't he also the Silverback?
No,
not Brokeback, right?
No. That's Bear Money.
Rick Perry with the gay and the jacket.
But
right?
On the TWR network, they were talking about it on Wrestling Randomness. That's all they think it is it's a Skip Sheffield. His character, whatever it ends up being, if it's Ryback or a Skip Sheffield, that's who they're trying to push.
I don't know. I like Joe's point about Karma.
Well, it's not Karma because she's not even due to have her kid until right before WrestleMania.
I can tease it for a while. They teased her coming before for a while too. Although,
well, yeah, but she actually did shit in the ring.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point too.
There is only one reason I might not think it's Ryback is because, or Sheffield, whatever you want to call him. They're putting
shit back.
There we go. The only reason, if you notice how strongly they're pushing it, the first couple videos of these mysterious 212 ones, you didn't get until you took the time to watch the programming, notice it when they did the Twitter interruption thing in the corner of the screen, and you had to go to YouTube to watch the video. That's a lot of digging and whatnot. Right. And to me, that would only really matter if it was for a semi-big name superstar like Taker or Jericho. No offense to Skip Sheffield, but I don't know. It just seemed like the effort would be more worth it for a bigger name star.
Yeah.
Could it be Mordecai?
No.
I'm kidding.
But wouldn't you rather have something new rather than another Chris Jericho comeback or another Undertaker comeback when they're doing the same thing over and over again?
Oh, I totally agree.
I would.
I totally agree. I think they should be towards something new, but I just think that with the amount of effort they're putting in, it would just, based off of WWE's predictability and how they've done in the past, that's what I'm predicting.
Yeah, I totally agree with Conor, although I would like to see that maybe they turn this into Brodus Clay's debut. But,
No.
One would hope, but we doubt it.
No,
oh yeah,
because
it's not going to happen. I'm just saying that's what I would like, because as we've talked about on the show, they are long overdue to put that son of a bitch out in front of the crowd.
once again, yeah. All right, you guys ready? As always, every week we attach a hashtag to each episode. Last week's was hashtag FTWE91. This episode's will be hashtag FTWE92, obviously. If there's anything you guys want to attach a hashtag to, we'll bring it up on the show. So send questions here or react to each episode. We're listening and we will respond, usually with scorn and derision, but respond nonetheless. You guys ready for Windfill?
Sure.
All right, time for wins of the week. Joe, you're a win of the week. Go. Is it the Kickstarter? Tell me it's a Kickstarter.
No, if I could find the Kickstarter, maybe.
It's got to go through an approval process, Joe. It's not Wikipedia.
Well, fuck.
Oh.
Then no, that's not it. My win of the week is going to be Zack Ryder being all over last week's Raw.
But
I can't think of a good win.
no, you really can't. You're really
No.
pissed that we're going to send you to LA, aren't you?
I am pissed.
Awesome. Kevin, your win of the week.
My win of the week is when they were talking about the troop that Vince met in Afghanistan, and they put her husband and her 15-year-old son with the belt in the front row and put them on camera. That was just awesome. You know, those people do so much for us so that we can sit here and make dick jokes on a podcast. So, you know, to have the WWE do those things and to really care, you know, I mean, it's a subtle, small thing, but it really is a big deal for people that are keeping us safe. And kudos to them. Really well done. And if they do it every freaking Raw, every freaking SmackDown, every Superstars, I don't care. That's fine with me. It was great.
Okay. Your win of the week, Rob.
Well, Kevin's got a really good one, but then again, I'm biased. My win of the week is actually, even with the draw, I'm going to say my win of the week is going to be the Iron Man match between AJ Styles and Bobby Roode at Final Resolution.
Okay. Your win of the week, Conor.
The Fatal 4-Way with Ziggler, Ryder, Rhodes, and Daniel Bryan. Not really much else to say. Fantastic match. Very unexpected surprise on the Slammy. Very good unexpected surprise as opposed to some of the other ones. But fantastic match. Nothing else really much to say about that.
Okay. Win of the week. Other than Garvin coming to me with that Kickstarter project idea, I gotta be honest. The win of the week thing, I thought. I guess the OMG moment of the year, I kind of debated on this one. The OMG moment of the year, Triple H tombstoning The Undertaker on WrestleMania 27. And the reason why I say that is because I remember watching it and just being, as Triple H is doing it, I just remember thinking, oh my God, they're gonna do this. This is gonna be incredible. And I remember I haven't been that excited for a single wrestling move since I was a kid. You know, I mean, it just that whole thing. I mean, yeah, marking out during ring entrances and when like The Rock showed up or anything like that, that's one thing. But actually sitting there and be like absorbed in the match like that, yeah, I got to be honest, that really did deserve the moment of the year. Garv, what's your win of the week?
Yeah, I agree with that too. That was an excellent match. My win of the week is our new friends over at the Talk Wrestling Radio Network for welcoming us, open arms, giving us the opportunity, really helping us throughout the entire week to do the live pre-show this Sunday. Special thanks to Jason Massey. He's been extra awesome. So definitely thanks.
Yeah, in front and behind the scenes to really make sure that we are able to do live stuff for them. You know, do it well. All right, fails of the week. Joe, your fail of the week. Go, Joe.
Shucky ducky quack quack. I want to say it's JR attempting the spinneroonie.
Damn it.
All right, well, Connor, you got a minute. You got some time. Okay. Rob, your fail of the week. Go, Rob.
My fail of the week, JR attempting the spinneroonie is definitely right up there with it, but but for a unique one, I'm going to give my fail of the week to Rob Van Dam. For a wrestler of his level, of his caliber, with the performance history he has, he should have performed much, much better than he did at Final Resolution.
Damn it. Okay. Connor, your fail of the week. We gotta put these in a doc beforehand so we don't step on each other's toes.
Snooki's gonorrhea tree?
That's your fail?
Oh, that's a win, man. Come on.
That's hilarious.
No, I was kind of a little ticked off at Snooki winning the award. I mean, I don't know, I maybe would have gone with the Muppets, but I don't know, just didn't like the fact that Snooki got some sort of special milestone achievement. Just didn't like the entire thing. Yuck.
Hey, it's better at Slammies than Hall of Fame.
She'll get the Hall of Fame.
True. Oh, God. I need a drink.
She'll get it. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, Garvin, your fail of the week. Go, buddy.
My fail of the week is everyone on Twitter for Raw and Final Resolution. I wish I watched both shows with you guys because you have all been really positive about what was happening. And I've gotten nothing but negative feedback from everyone on the Twitter feed, everyone in the live chat on Sunday. And I think I'm just going to start ignoring it and live tweeting from the FTW account without being tainted by just the never happy IWC. So they got my fail. That's
okay. Kevin, your fail of the week. Go, buddy.
My fail of the week is a Slammy Award for the trending superstar of the year. I've tried to ignore this, and that's pushed me over the edge. Come on, really? Horrible, stupid, and unnecessary. You want to give Ryder an award, figure something else out. That was terrible.
Okay, cool. My fail of the week. I don't know. I have a fail, but I don't want to say it because if I do, I'm going to be mocked incessantly. So my fail is this. Diva Jill. So that's my fail.
Yeah.
I'll give you. You know what? I'm going to give a hint, and the second I do, Joe's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a comment Diva Jill made during the live show that we did on Sunday. You screen capped it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. That's my fail. Diva Jill's comment, while funny, somewhat hurtful, but mostly funny. What did I say? I said something about beards. I said something about, you'll stick by your beard, and then Diva Jill said, "Don't worry about Harrison. He's married to his beard."
Yeah, she said Harrison does have a beard. He married her.
Yeah.
That was the quote.
The implication is that I'm gay and I'm hiding it by being married to a woman.
I figured it out.
Yeah, wait.
Do you need me to make you a pie chart, get some sock puppets out?
But you hate the pie.
I just rolled with that one, buddy.
So how was your time with Hogan?
As always, you can reach us on Facebook.com/FTW Podcast, Twitter.com/FTW Podcast. You can call us at 313-444-FTW4. That's 313-444-3894. We're figuring out a way to patch that in during the live shows that we do. Once we do, you'll actually be able to call in the show like it's a sports radio show. We'll let you have one comment like it's a sports radio show. Then we'll proceed to ignore you for 20 minutes like it's a sports radio show. You can download our iOS and Android apps to support us and our many, many, many illegitimate children. And you can rate us on iTunes because you love us and you want to show us that you do. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
Yeah, I want to make one quick comment. I noticed as we were going through our comments and stuff that we got from our fans that one person had sent us a comment about how we analyze wrestling like it's football or something. And
yeah, that was so
they
awesome.
actually asked us if we were aware that wrestling is fake. If you listened to our show...
Wait, it's fake?
Really?
Wrestling's not fake. People are fake.
It's
Thank
still
you,
real
Kennedy.
to me, damn it!
Garvin.
Jokes aside, if you listen to our show, you would realize that we understand that wrestling is fake when we talk about how we're debating what creative is going to do and why this guy's getting the push and not this guy. But yes, we understand wrestling is fake, but we're also huge wrestling fans with nothing else better to do on Tuesday night, so here we are analyzing pro wrestling.
But Rob, you got to understand that was a comment on our YouTube channel, and people on YouTube are dumb.
Good point.
They probably just saw it was a video on the wrestling topic and decided to comment on it. Connor, that was you, damn it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was about to say, ouch. Big ouch. Thanks. that hurts my feelings. I have to mute my mic now.
So that's how we get rid of them? Wow.
Yep, that's all it takes.
Was it good for you?